Good evening, friends. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. Today's topic is cross addictions. And I would like to start this session by asking you a question. A simple question, and please respond in the chat box. Question: are you interested in knowing why I have chosen this topic for this webinar? If yes, put why. Okay, thank you. Endanaji. Only 2 people are interested in knowing? Okay, Shajimarji, fine. Then the next question. Do you think this addiction is a really important and relevant subject? If you think again, yes. Okay, Endanaji, yes. Yes. Okay. Now the answer to the first question. Why did I choose this topic? Answers: 3 different reasons. Reason number 1, my own uncle in 1972, that is 52 years back, he lost his life because of his addiction to pethidine. It is a narcotic painkiller. In the beginning, he used to take 1 shot once a week. Then gradually it became 1 shot every day. Then the numbers went up to 10 to 15 shots a day. He started injecting the drug without anybody's help. And to get that drug, it is a prescription drug. You cannot get that one without a doctor's prescription. So he used to get it black market. It used to cost around 50 paise for an ampule. And he used to pay 2 to 3 rupees. And he stopped going for work. He stopped going for work. He will be going to different medical shops looking for this pethidine. And one day, he died. Most probably because of the overdose. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2, my own, that is colleagues, doctor colleagues, senior colleagues and junior colleagues. At least I know 5 people. They died because of liver failure. Doctors, liver failure due to alcohol addiction. That is reason number 2. Reason number 3, I have worked in 3 different federal government hospitals in USA. And my patients, they are all veterans, that is, who served the World War II, Vietnam War, Korean War, then Iraq War, veterans. And I had the opportunity to take care of numerous patients who were addicted to alcohol, nicotine, and opioids. Have you understood? Is it clear why I chose this topic? If it is clear, put C. Because I want to make sure or help you understand the reason. Okay, Shanmugh Rajeshwari, yes, thank you. That is the reason. We don't have the exact data from India, but here, 21 million Americans suffer from addiction. Just 3,000 physicians are specially trained to treat them. Read it carefully. Why are so many doctors addicted to drugs? My dear friends, plenty of doctors. Nearly, they are saying 10 to 15% doctors in USA, they suffer from opioid use disorder. Because for the doctors, it is get easy access. It's not that difficult to get these drugs. And most commonly, the anesthetists, they have easy access to all these drugs. Why? The doctors. One of the reasons is the stress. We doctors, we experience a lot of stress, burnout. Some doctors have to work for 70 to 80 hours a week. And always the fear of malpractice litigation. And the suicide also in USA, around 400 doctors, including psychiatrists, they commit suicide every year. And recently, one of my friends, he's also a general physician like me, MD, but he stopped practicing 8 years back. And recently, he was admitted for management of his chest pain, and he had to undergo an angioplasty. Then what happened? When he was in the hospital, he developed a severe withdrawal symptoms. He never told the doctors. He kept it a secret. He was taking benzodiazepine every day for so many years. So now in the hospital, since he was not getting that medication, he developed withdrawal symptoms, restlessness and everything. And palpitation, heart was fighting faster. Then he was given that medication. Do you get it? Doctors. And in this context, I am proud to say, I am a teetotaler. I don't drink alcohol. I'm a non-smoker. So I'm free from any of these addictions. Purpose of this webinar. First, we must know the meaning of addiction. Then the types of addiction, not just drug abuse, not just alcohol. There are different types of addiction. Then know how to prevent addiction. Then how to manage addiction. Dear friends, prevention is better than cure. You must have heard that expression. Managing addiction is very difficult. Success rate is very low. You must have seen your own friends or some other family members suffering from alcohol addiction. They take them for de-addiction, and then again they come back, then they relapse. Do you agree? If you agree, put A. If you agree, please put A. I want to know how many of you are aware of the fact that it is extremely difficult to treat our addiction. That is why prevention, that is why this talk is actually to help you learn how to prevent. There are different kinds of addiction. Your children, your grandchildren. I'm not talking about addiction. Most of you are sitting here, you are not addicted to any of these drugs or anything. There are other kinds of addiction also. How to protect and save your children and grandchildren. As usual, my webinar is based on FEQT facts, my own professional experience and personal experience, then quotations and thoughts. I think a lot and I find some solutions or I get some new insights because of thinking. I share that one with others. There are numerous books on addiction, treating pornography addiction. You know, pornography addiction, every day in USA, they make around 37 videos every day. And that pornography is a $97 billion industry. And through that one, they sell a host of products like creams for enlarging the penis, then creams to enlarge the breast. Everything watching these things, people develop different kinds of inferiority feelings. That addiction is doing a lot of harm. And especially these days, youngsters, when they watch after their marriage, the marriage failure also, most of the time, because they are not able to, that performance anxiety they develop. Then they develop importance, psychological importance. Shopping addiction, again, roughly around 6% of the adults in USA, they suffer from shopping addiction. That is a compulsive buying disorder. They keep on buying things where they don't need because they are not able to resist the temptation. Every advertisement, buy one, get one free. This one is free. All those things that you are bombarded with. If you buy one product from Amazon, because I have experienced that one, then soon they have our email. Then soon they send every day. This product, that product is available. This discount, this much. Then eBay. And just last week I bought one cell phone, the holder in the car. I want to put a holder. And then every day then they are sending me email. Oh, this product, this one, grab special deal. $1 stuff and all those things. Then I unsubscribe. Temptation. So you end up buying that one. Is it clear? This shopping addiction, I am sure that it is common in India also. Do you agree? If you agree, put A. They cannot resist, especially women. All this is mostly 3 times more common among women. All this jewelry, saris. Look at the business. Sari. Everything is shopping addiction. Then internet addiction, children and adolescents. This is where many people, in this group also I'm sure that I have seen many parents and grandparents, not in USA. Interestingly, this is not happening in USA. In India, even a 6-month-old baby or 1-year-old child will have a mobile phone. They do something. Am I right or wrong? Please, if I am right, put R in the chat box. Am I right? That is, it is given, yes, it is given like a toy. It is not a toy, my dear friends. It is to keep the child engaged. They give the cell phone. Okay, the child is looking at all these dynamics and images, pictures. You are not realizing. Long time back, the Jesus Christ, when he said that, they know not what they are doing. But Father, forgive them. They know not what they are doing. The same way, the parents and grandparents, they are not realizing the harm they are causing to their son. This is unforgivable. It is preventable. That's why this talk is very important, my dear friends. For my son, I sent him to India when he was around 13 years old for completing studies in India. And he went to international school. And almost all students were coming from upper middle class or rich. They all had cell phones. I didn't get cell phone for my son. I didn't. The first time he got his mobile phone was when he was 18 years old, when he went for studying BA in Bangalore, obviously, to communicate with me. That time also, I bought the most inexpensive phone without any other this one, just to call and send a text message. Samsung Guru, it cost me only 2,000 rupees. He got his first smartphone when he was 21 years old. Why I'm saying is, some people say, oh, these children, today's children, no, you cannot. No, they are, where is this one? My son also belongs to this generation. He is now 31 years old. You can, as a parent, I knew, okay, this addiction is a big problem. Once you give these things, then subsequently, if you try to get it back, then a lot of anger, conflicts, everything. Have you understood this one? If you have understood, put you in the chat box. This is a topic very, very, okay, understood. Understood. This is not trivial. I'm not here to just waste my time and waste your time. This has got a far-reaching repercussion. The whole society, youth, their future, everything, unintentionally. We are not doing it deliberately. It is because of ignorance. That's why I'm taking a lot of effort to give real-life examples. Addiction, definition, lack of control over doing something to the point where it could be harmful to you. That means you lose control. You cannot resist. That is when it will become harmful. Dr. Anna Lemke, American psychiatrist, Stanford University. Her book, Dopamine Nation. Some of you might have heard about a neurotransmitter called the dopamine. There are many neurotransmitters, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin. This dopamine is the one rewarding, making you feel immediately happy. Immediately happy. So when you do something, and when you participate in a game, gambling, or anything, and if you get some win that one, dopamine. Alcohol also, drinking, dopamine immediately. So it is the dopamine that one eventually. What happens, whatever be the addiction, whether it is shopping addiction, or whether it is alcohol addiction, or whether it is the pornography addiction, whatever it is the dopamine. Is this clear? If it is clear, put C in the chat box. If it is clear, because we must know why. It is a chemical, yes, Samurai Yeshri. It is a chemical, that one. That one is outside your control. Once that neurotransmitter is there, it makes you feel high. It makes you feel high. And you know one thing. You know Marilyn Monroe. You must have heard that name. The famous celebrity. She died because of the side effects or overdose of sleeping pills. Michael Jackson was addicted to. He died again from side effect or overdose of the narcotic stuff. In India, Sanjay Dutt was addicted to some of these drugs, and he had to go to rehab, and his father, Sunil Dutt, was there all the time to help him to recover. What about Kalabavan Mani? He died because of substance abuse. Is it clear? Put C. It is not uncommon. It is not uncommon. Then one thing also, most of the pop singers in USA, highly successful, millionaires, everything, they get addicted to drugs. Because when they are performing in front of an audience, thousands and thousands of girls and other people, they will be dancing and everything. And these guys also get a very high dopamine level. They get excited. After the event, when they go back to their hotel, suddenly emptiness. Suddenly emptiness, they want to again feel that high. Then they start taking drugs. That is why Elvis Presley, Jimi Hendrix, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, all of them hooked to drugs. Dopamine. They crave for that dopamine high level. It is hard to understand addiction unless you have experienced it. The English musician. It is hard to understand. When I was taking some patients, they used to smoke 2 packs of cigarettes. Here in USA, 1 pack has 20 cigarettes. That means 40 cigarettes a day. Or some people, they drink alcohol, 12 to 24 beers every day. So when I try to counsel them, I tell them, okay, smoking, you should do this one, and then stop that one. Some of them, they used to ask me, doctor, do you smoke? Then I say, no. Then you won't be able to understand. You don't smoke, you won't be able to understand how hard, how difficult it is. The same way alcoholics also, do you drink? I said, no. It is very easy for you to preach. You don't understand how hard it is. But I have seen, my dear friends, some patients, after smoking for nearly 40 years, they quit. Cold turkey. That is an expression. Cold turkey means one fine morning they decide to quit, they quit. Even drinking also, quit cold turkey. I have seen. So it is possible. So that quotation, that's true. I won't be able to understand unless you have experienced it. Carl Jung, Swiss psychiatrist. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol or morphine or idealism. That is what is happening in India. Politics, political, ideology. They kill others. They sow this one. They're mad. They are not able to even think rationally. Is it true? What I'm saying? If it is true, put T. Because of ideology. This guy belongs to the Marxist Party, this guy, this one, RSS and everything. Yeah, they cannot tolerate. That is also addiction. Thank you. Do you find so far the talk very interesting? If it is interesting, put I in the chat box. Because I am presenting it in a totally different style. Roy Cherian. Thank you. And make everything realistic. Aldous Huxley. Addiction is an increasing desire for an act that gives less and less satisfaction. Even Bhagavad Gita, he wrote a book on Bhagavad Gita. What happens is, being a medical doctor, this information is authentic. Initially, they may be able to get some kind of a relief or pain or everything. If they take morphine, maybe 10 milligrams a day. Then within a few weeks, no, they need 20 milligrams a day. Then after a few weeks, 30 milligrams. So that means increasing again, less and less. That's called a tolerance. They develop tolerance. Same dose is not going to work. That is why this addiction soon. Addicts know no shame. You disgrace yourself so many times, you become immune to it. After some time, they are not ashamed. If you point out, hey, what is this? You are listening. They don't care. Haven't you seen some people? In the beginning stage, before going to a bar, they may look here and there whether somebody is watching. After some time, I don't care. Yeah, who watches, I don't care. Initially, they used to feel some shame. That shame is gone. Do you get it? Do you understand? Put you. That is why you may wonder, why this guy is not at all. That is the image, reputation, family, everything. No, shame is gone. Then you cannot. Thank you for understanding. Cross addiction, today's topic. It is an addiction interaction disorder, and the person has two or more addictive behaviors. The addictions can include alcohol, drugs, food. Yes, food addiction. Some people, they keep on eating throughout the day. They'll be eating sound smack and they won't give any rest to their teeth or mouth. Because I know a nurse, when I worked 20 years back in another hospital, that time there was a nurse. In the morning, she comes with a 2-liter Pepsi bottle. 2 liters, I'm not kidding. And throughout the day, she'll be carrying something, sipping that one. And she brings a lot of the potato chips and other things. She keeps on eating the whole day. And there are some people, eat. Is food addiction? Have you seen some people with food addiction? If you have seen food, yes. Alphabet S. Have you seen some people with so much of food addiction? Yes. Food addiction, yes. That is it. That's all these eateries, so many restaurants, so many bakeries in Trivandrum. That's where I'm from. Long time back, 40 years back, there were only some 5 bakeries. Now there are more than 300 bakeries. Eating. And especially when they are watching TV, serial and all those things, they will have something by the side. They keep on eating. Addiction. Addiction is a disease, not a moral failing. When you enjoy something a lot, your brain releases dopamine to remind you to do it again. Brain does not differentiate between harmful and helpful activities. So it is your responsibility to resist the temptation to repeat harmful behaviors. This is my own quote. COVID pandemic played a big role in the creation and aggravation of internet and social media addiction. Do you agree? If you agree, put A. Do you agree? The impact of COVID. Yes, agree. Shanmurayeshwari, agree. Yes, that one. Especially children, youngsters. Okay, Vishwanath Parmuji, thank you. Pew Research Center report, 70% of US adults use Facebook daily. 59% Snapchat. 59% Instagram. 46% Twitter. Then another, this one, YouTube. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Instagram. I don't use the YouTube addiction. No. I use WhatsApp. Again, I'm not addicted. Because before I preach, I should tell you that how to. I don't, many group, my MBBS batch, I'm not in that WhatsApp group. Because I came to know that every day they send good morning, good night, green, devotional song, this one, that one, and SSLC batch or pre-degree batch, all those old. You'll be bombarded, flooded with all these messages. I'm not. I choose. I'm very selective. And another thing also, if I find somebody is putting a video or something like that, if it is less than 1 minute, yes, I may. You are addicted to webinar. Pushomar, I will come to that one. Now, if the video is less than 1 minute, yes, 50% chance I watch it immediately. If more than that one, then I'll decide whether I should watch or not. Most of the time, I delete that one. Then about the webinar. I am not addicted to webinar, but I know there are plenty of people from my social contacts. They spend 6 to 8 hours every day watching webinar. In a week, I webinar 10, maximum 10 webinars. Of that one, my own talk. The other, Somebody else is that one. And there again, I choose only if the topic is useful or relevant. And if that speakers, that qualification. That is when. And sometimes I take a test dose. Just like the penicillin test dose. If it is a reaction, we don't give. The same way, some webinars, I sit for 5 minutes, and if I find this useless crap, and more than 80% of the webinars, the speakers, they don't know what they are talking about. They are very superficial knowledge. I don't waste my time. Pushpamarji, I'm not a webinar addict. But I have seen some people, when I call them, 5 minutes, webinar ഉണ്ട് കേട്ടോ. ഇപ്പം webinar, I'm in the middle of a webinar. My goodness, webinar. 10 types of addiction. Substance addiction, that is alcohol, opioid, benzodiazepine, cocaine, methamphetamine. As I understand, Kerala has become the capital for drugs. Am I right? If I am right, put R. Kerala, in the newspaper, I read Kerala. I'm sure that Shashikumar ji, he is a retired police officer. He'll be able to validate this one. I want to hear. Do you agree? Kerala and Kochi, they confiscated a lot of this one, heroin and other stuff. Work addiction. What is this work addiction? Not many people. Occasionally, some people are so addicted to work, they even neglect their own needs. They don't eat food on time. They don't get good sleep. And that is where the Thomas Alva Edison, the inventor of bulb, gramophone record, he used to work nearly 18 hours every day, and he used to miss his meals. And when I used to wonder whether this Modi is also a work addict. So I looked at that one. He also works every day from 14 to 16 hours. So dopamine, he is also getting high dopamine after every speech. But he makes sure that he eats a healthy food, no junk food. That's one. Number two, yoga, meditation he practices every day. So that is how he is able to keep himself fit. So work addiction, very uncommon, but it is there. Shopping, we discussed. Gambling, Religious, okay. People who are religious, they want to spend at least 1 to 2 hours every day going to the temple. Every day. And any religious festival, they are there. They keep on going to different temples. Even if their physical health won't allow them. Some kind of a strong belief, okay, if I go there, then the God will bless me, and that religious addiction. Do you agree? Some of you may be aware of this one. If you agree, put A. Because I know some people, whenever I call, Ambalati Podam. Okay, they won't even engage in a conversation. I want to go to Ambalam. Then he'll be there for 1 or 2 hours. Okay, thank you. Plenty of people, you agree. That is religious addiction. News addiction. That is what is happening. My friend who is in Bangalore, when I call him, and many times when I call him, hey, Times News, or this one, Republic Channel, we'll call later. Whole day, he is addicted to news and Facebook. That's what he is. He's a retired physician. The news is a highly addictive. I don't watch TV news at all. I stopped that one 30 years back. I read newspaper online. Then again, choose what to read. Then again, I read because there's an intention. I can use that information, knowledge in my webinars. That is one of the reasons why I read. Keep myself updated about what's going on. Social media, we know. Sex, I discussed. Food, yes. Sports, okay. Cricket also. Some people are so addicted. IPL match, they won't do anything else. Anything else. Work, everything, no. Always thinking about how much score, what is score, keeping updated, everything. Am I right? Cricket addiction. Is it a real problem in India for many youngsters? If it is a real problem, if you agree, put A in the chat box. A, yes, Primarji, A. Yes. So before this talk, you were not even aware of all these different kinds of addictions. Impact of addiction, mood swings, sleep problems, hyperanxiety, poor performance, obviously, at work and in the school. That's what is happening for children now. Relationship problems, stigma, low self-esteem. Because of that one, addicted to Facebook and how many likes you get. If you don't get more likes, you feel, that one. They crave for likes. They feel miserable. Aimless life. Addiction, there is no aim, no goals, nothing. Cause of internet and social media addiction, loneliness. I gave a talk on loneliness, my dear friends. Watch it. These are on YouTube. Boredom, dopamine addiction, instant gratification urge. In the past, there was nothing called instant gratification. Now everything, immediately they want. Immediately. And everything is available. Online you can get. You want a food? Oh, call Uber. They will bring that pizza. Instant gratification. Or something like that? Yeah, everything. Adults as well as children. Instant gratification. Signs of social media addiction. Feeling anxious or restless when not using social media. If that one, they feel restless, anxious. FOMO, fear of missing out. Compulsively checking notifications and updates. Frequently checking that one. When I was in the hospital working, in the internet, that computer, hospital like saving patient, there will be the instant messaging. Notifications pop up. I disabled. But many doctors, they don't. And immediately attention will be. While you are seeing a patient, this notification comes, they read. Attention is completely distracted. Spending excessive time on social media, neglecting important tasks or responsibilities. Isolating from friends and family due to social media use. My friend who is, I told you, retired, and he is not in touch with most of his friends. Most of the time, Facebook, TV news, I am the only person. I take the initiative. I call him, talk to him, and when he says, news, and he has completely cut off, isolated himself from all the meaningful relationships. Experiencing withdrawal symptoms like irritability and all those things. How to manage social media addiction? Set boundaries. Limit daily screen time. Engage in hobbies or spend time with friends and family. I do that. And in this group, again, you know that Sashimarji is here, then Ramendran is here, then Surendranji is here, then Jayachandran. I call them and I spend 10 to 20 or 30 minutes that conversation. Yes. There also, if you enjoy good company, yes, dopamine release will be there. You will get the dopamine. If the conversation and you laugh, you engage yourself. What I'm saying, is it true? Some of these people in this one, whom I contact, even Pushpamar, I contacted him. At least I must have talked to him at least a few times. If what I'm saying is true, put T in the chat box, my dear friends. Let others know. Yes, Ravindranathji, yes, I talked to him. I talk to him again at least 3 or 4 times in a month. Sashimarji, yes. So like that, I practice what I preach. I'm not socially isolated. I don't suffer from loneliness. I don't feel bored. Use it in the right way. Turn off notifications. Reduce the urge to check your phone. Seek professional help as a last resort. Internet addiction, losing track of time. online. They get absorbed in the internet and lose hours without realizing it. It happened long time back. There's online, again, watching some YouTubes and all, one YouTube, another YouTube. Then I looked at that one, I had spent nearly 3 hours. And these days, before I start, I look at the time. Okay, it is evening, say 5:30. I said, okay, 6:30, I will stop. At 6:30, I will stop. That is it. Set boundaries, limitations, self-imposed. Withdrawal symptoms, they become irritable or restless when internet access is restricted. Lying or hiding internet use. They might lie about how much time they spend online or hide their activity. Children, they will. Impact on emotional well-being, their mood or sleep suffers because of constant internet use. Why children develop addiction? Underlying issues. Children with anxiety, depression, introversion, or shyness, they find this addiction is giving some relief. Some relief. Shy people, they are not extroverts, or introverts, they are not extroverts. So they feel lonely, they feel bored. Next week, I'm going to give a talk on week after that, the introversion, how to manage that one. Social media pressure, they need for likes and online validation can be a strong motivation. How many people like this one? Boredom and lack of alternatives without engaging activities, the internet fills the void. Easy access and unrestricted use, constant access to devices fuels that one. Prevention of addiction in children, open communication. Talk to your child about healthy internet habits and responsible use. That is what I did. Why I didn't buy him. When you're 13 years old, all his peers, they were having cell phones. He asked me, I said, no, you don't need that one. And then I explained why you don't need. But I didn't buy him. Then he listened, he understood, no problem. Open communication. Then again tell him, okay, no. So many eyes, your health, internet use, constant that one. When I follow 20-20-20 rule, if I'm there for 20 minutes, not now, now I cannot do. Otherwise, when I'm online 20 minutes, I take a break for 20 seconds and look at the room for distance 20 feet away. That is 20 minutes, 20-second break, and look at a distant point, which is 20 feet away. Set boundaries, establish screen time limit and internet free zones like bedrooms. When I was in USA, my son, when he was here, video games, I told him once a week, either Saturday or Sunday, 45 minutes. So on Saturday, he'll ask, can I play the video games? Yes. Then look at the time, 5:15, 6 o'clock. And on some days around 6 o'clock, and say, can I have it for 5 more minutes? That, and I say, okay, 5 more minutes. That is how. Parenting. There are numerous people giving talks and everything. People listen, and some of those people are simply preachers. They don't put into practice. Don't let them use the cell phone when they go to bed. Inside the bedroom, no. I don't take my cell phone to my bedroom. I leave it here when I go to bed. Promote offline activities, encourage hobbies, sports, or social interaction outside the online world. Be a role model. I told you, parent should be a role model. Then only the children will listen to you. Otherwise, they will see you as a hypocrite. Then you lose your credibility. Upcoming talks. The power of words. How to use the right words, the right way. Do you think that I am able to use my words effectively? If you think I am able to use the words effectively, put why. Because I am giving talks. Am I able to use the right words, the right way? If I am, put why in the chat box, my dear friends. I want to know. Do you really appreciate my ability to use right words? I don't see any message. Anybody put? Okay, Roy ji, Shashimar ji, yes. Gomar ji, yes. Power of using the right words. That is what? Next week. And after that, introversion. Is it good or bad? Okay, now the talk is over. Now, I welcome your questions only, till 9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, yes, if you want to share your own personal experience or if you have some other comments to make, fine. Questions pertinent and be brief. If you raise your hand, yes, I will give you the opportunity. First come, first serve. Addiction. Okay, go Marji.
I think you have missed one thing. Inkilab Sindhaba addiction to Kerala people. Yeah?
that slogan.
From the
And they
freedom,
don't even
freedom
know the
fighters.
meaning. Go Marji. The other day, I think that we discussed about that one. They don't even know the meaning of this one. How many people you know? What does this Ingulab Sindhab mean? If you don't know, put N. My dear friends, if you don't know what the meaning of the words Ingulab Sindhabad, put N in the chat box. I want to know. Be frank. Be truthful. See? Roy Cherianji, engineer. Omarji, yesterday I told you, the other day I told you. Many people, they don't even know. These children who shout, Ingulab, Sindhabad, Ingulab, Sindhabad, they don't know what is the meaning. Ingulab, Sindhabad, Viplavam Jaikate. Revolution, win. Where is the revolution now? What kind of a revolution? That is when there was slavery or some kind of a suppression. Then they are rebelling against that one. Now, where is that one to Ingulab Sindhabad? Okay, Ingulab Sindhabad. They are addicted to that phrase without even knowing what it means. A long time back when I was in India, I asked at least randomly some 30 or 40 people, hey, Ingulab Sindhabad, Ingulab Sindhabad, they don't know. So that is what it is. Okay, thank you, Gomarji. Anybody else? Did you find this session really insightful and empowering? Now, the necessity as a parent and grandparent, you have to play a big role in saving your children and grandchildren. Okay, Gomarji, the END, Gomar to Gomar. We have Govakumar.
വേണു എനിക്ക് ഒരു സംശയം ആണ് ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനും this is a question also as well as see the thing is that two things you said, that is see religion, that going to temple, and as well as sports. I think see if it is more than limit, you would say it's addiction, but to a certain extent I think these may indirectly see prevent other addictions. For example, a person for children in the teenage, if they are interested in sports and they're spending some time in sports, they may not go for some unlawful activity, just like going with friends, drugs, and even they are spending some time with the TV. I think that is better than they are going with friends and chatting and getting some bad habits, drinking, something like that. Similarly,
okay,
for the religion, I think that should be age related. A person who has already retired from this thing, I know so many people, they have nothing to do. They may be in the morning, they can read the newspaper or something, so they may go to the temple, be there for some time, they pray, probably they walk, they would like to meet their friends there. So like that, they may spend about 1 hour in the morning. I know people who regularly go to Padavangadi temple here, who regularly go to Sri Andeshwaran temple by walking in groups. So I think I can't take that an addiction. Actually, that's a good thing because you may not get addicted to this TV and other thing. So in a way,
Okay. Okay. Let
cannot,
me. Okay.
yeah,
Those are
that's
good
all.
points. I'll come to that one.
Yeah,
First, I'll
that's
talk
all.
about that religious addiction.
Okay.
Religious addiction, going to temple, retired people, that is in a way good. That is physical mobility. That is good. Going there. And they may meet their own friends there, also socialize. That is a temple premises. They sit and chat. That is good. I'm talking about people in a different sense. Inside the puja room, every day, spending 1 to 2 hours. And any other activity, they say, no, I have to. This is what puja. And any other religious that one. So much obsessed. They wouldn't let anything else. Other activities, no. They are not available. We want some help from them. At time, no. I have to do this one. They are unavailable. That kind of that one is I'm talking about. Religious,
Okay.
that one.
Yeah, that should not, they should not be obsessed, and that should not be
Right.
at the expense of other activities.
Right.
So in
the other
the free
one,
time, they
the
can do
other,
that. Okay.
The other one, children
Okay.
also. Children. These days, now, very few people have that social skills. These social skills you won't build if you are addicted to these things. That is one of the reasons when they are not able to thrive when they get a job at work again. Teamwork, building, leadership qualities, all these things they don't have. They pass the examinations, first attempt, they have high this one and they get a job, and subsequently they are not able to grow because they are not. So that's not right. And we must keep an eye on the kind of friends. Many parents, they don't even bother to find out who their friends are. We must give them some guidance also. Who are the friends? Find out. Because I usually try to. I ask my son, okay, who is he? What is he? What is his father? Where is he? Then I would like to talk to that boy also. When he was in Bangalore, his roommates also, I talk to them. All those things you talk and you get a picture about. Because they are not mature enough to know the other aspects. So that is where social skills in the real world, a person without social skills won't be able to thrive. Do you agree, Royji? With the social skills, that is one of the reasons why even marriage also, significant number of marriages, they fail. Because they lack that interpersonal communication skill. So that is what it is, Gomarji. Okay, now anybody else? We have 2 more minutes before I stop the recording.
Hello, can you hear?
Yes, Rajesh Babuji.
So a feeling to see the webinar every Thursday, can you consider this as an addiction?
No, this one is a commitment. This is a commitment, a duty, obligation, and behind this. But this one gives me dopamine rush, yes, because when I feel that many people are enjoying, and when last year in 2023, the YouTube, I upload everything in YouTube, and YouTube statistics, it showed that is more than 10,000 views on my videos. That shows, okay, what I'm sharing is, what I'm doing is work. I'm doing the right thing for right reason. And this one also, there is I'm not selling it, making for money, not getting any YouTube, again, money, ads and everything. So that one, every week, and I am very proud about one thing, the topics I talk, most of the topics, you have not heard anybody giving a talk. Do you agree? Most of the topics, cross addiction also, I asked at least 10 people, they haven't heard about this cross addiction. They haven't. Like that. So, unique topics. And that one gives me immense satisfaction. I'm doing something as a service. That is where it is. I'm using my time productively. That is very good.
For good thing, addiction is good, For good thing, it is not addiction. It is good. This
right.
type of addiction is good.
As long as I make sure that is not affecting my other activities. I don't compromise on any other things. I talk to my friends. I read. I go for a walk. And if there is a Onam celebration or if anything else, I go there. And this Sunday, that is there in Tamil Sangam, they have Nalabagam, that one. Yes, I have paid the money and I will be going there. The cultural activities, all those things. So that is how I get sleep easily 7 to 8 hours every day. Sleep. I don't compromise on those things. And I eat healthy food. Those are all the things. Now let me stop the recording, but don't go away. We'll continue the discussion even after that one. Just let me stop the recording.
How we can prevent the people from these kind of addictions?
Just a minute.